We'll use the chat facility, but who would like to go first, please?
I'll go, Danny, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead, Rory. No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Woody. I'm all right, thank you. Did the rain at the end there frustrate you guys because you'd put a couple of quick wickets together and it felt like you might be onto something at the end there?
I don't know if it frustrated you. Obviously, you want at that moment in time you want hopefully a bit of pressure and try and. But I wouldn't say frustrated. No, I'd say it could have been a good opportunity for me to get a couple of wickets. But I felt like with a stop-starty sort of day, to get the couple of wickets at the end and sort of change the perspective of the game, was big deal.
We just had David Warner in there, as you know. A lot of talk about the battle between him and Stuart Broad over a number of years. What's the chat like out there when that battle is ongoing? Are you guys expecting something to happen every time?
Wait, one way or another, either Warner gets runs or Stuart gets them out. Dave's obviously a quality player. One I found myself a tough nut to crack this tour. Felt like we've bowled well at him, but he's managed to keep out and score whenever we've missed, and that's what good players do. If you're slightly off, they hit you for four. So he's been a tough nut to crack, but I'm really glad that Stu got that wicket. We needed it to get us going. And after what I thought was a first hour where we did okay, that got the ball rolling. I feel like we really stepped up after that.
Thanks, Mark. Well bowled.
Thanks, lad.
Okay, let's go Andrew McGlashan, Dean Wilson and Chris Stocks, please.
Thanks, Danny. Hi, Mark. You've got Marnus out twice in this series and Steve Smith up at the gather. Is that a sense of personal satisfaction to have those two guys out to your credit in this series?
Marnus and Smith in this series.
Obviously two massive wickets. You want to try and test yourself against the best players. I've been slightly frustrated myself that I'm feeling great rhythm and I'm bowling well, but I cannot, get the wickets, or I haven't get the amount of wickets that I would like. But if you get big wickets like those guys, it certainly, makes you very happy. So I'm delighted to get Marnus because he's a top player and a key player on their side. If we can get Smith in the morning, then, that's another, huge fella in our cap, because the top players, you just got to, a bit of good luck, and I'm just trying to make them, as a bowling group, we're trying to make them play as much as possible. I know we've had this ball fuller thing, but actually I'm not sure it is just bowling along the wicket and throwing it up there. I think it's hitting the wicket hard, but making them play as much as you can. Thankfully I made Marnus play that ball. It wasn't an easy leave ball, and he managed to edge it.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go Dean and then Chris, please.
Yeah, just following on from that, would you quite like to have a kind of Broad stroke Warner type contest with Marnus? You got him out 2-2 now, and nobody's been able to kind of keep him quiet up to now, but you seem to be able to do that.
I mean, of course I'd love to have a Broad Warner thing. I think anybody would love to have that, where they feel like they've got a chance of getting somebody out. I think Marnus, the ball before hit me for four, and I just tried to zone in a little bit more and make sure that I was on it, because I knew the ball before that it was loose and he hit it for four, as the good players do. So I just tried to really focus on that ball, and thankfully I got it spot on.
And how are you feeling physically? Your pace is still right up there, consistently every spell. Does it feel okay? You no problems, no issues?
No, I had a bit of a rough night last night, but apart from that, I managed to keep just enough energy for the day. So hoping that with a good night's rest, some more food and stuff in me, I'll be right straight tomorrow.
You've got to tell me why you had a rough night, Woody. Come on.
A bit of a stomach problem.
All right, that'll do.
Nice one.
Okay, Stocksy and then Mel Farrell, please.
Hi, Mark. Just back on Stuart Broad. I mean, he's only played one test out of the first three. This is obviously a second. Do you expect him to be around next summer, and do you hope he's around next summer?
Both. Yes to both. I think he will be, and I really hope he is. obviously he's a big weapon for our team. Adds a different dimension to everyone else. Got huge experience, lots of wickets. Very big help to me at mid-off and mid-on. So yeah, I definitely hope he stays, and I think he will. We've tried to mix and match the bowlers, keep people fresh, get people right on the right wickets. Unfortunately, I think we bowled really well at Melbourne. We've tried to carry that over this game. Obviously, Brodie's come in for Robbo, and I think that wicket of Warner really got us going. So I thought he bowled a big heart again today, ran in hard, and that's one of his good qualities.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Mel, and then one more, please.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks, Mark. Just that wicket that you took came directly after the bowling change. Was there a discussion between you and Joe at that point in time? And what was it that sort of brought on that change? Something specific?
Yeah, when Marnus came to the wicket, Joe wanted me on. So that was when he first came in, and I think when Smith came in, it was just a good instinct from Rooty to get me on, and he, I think, wanted me to try and be, have that sort of wicket-taking intent and try and get, that one of their best two players out. And luckily, I managed to get a ball in the right area, and Marnus edged it, which doesn't happen very often, but I'm pleased that I've managed to get him a couple of times now.
And just on the pitch, Dave Warner was talking about it maybe kissing the wicket a little bit more, and just the way you bowl, is that the sort of pitch that helps you in particular, do you think?
I'm not sure, actually. I think at times when I bowled on it, I felt it sort of slid on quite nicely. It felt quite true. If you're a bit off, then you get punished. So I felt like it was a good wicket. I think tomorrow morning is obviously a huge part of the game. I know it's a cliche, but it's a huge part of the game where, we've got to really nail down that start. And if we can start like we finished tonight as a group, then we can put Australia under pressure and try and get that big players out. But I actually feel the wicket was a decent wicket today. I think like I say, when they're 100 for one, if I come in this room and 100 for one, you're probably thinking, well, have England bowled that well? But because we've managed to get a couple at the end of the day, it's changed the whole perception of the day. So, a couple of wickets tomorrow, especially, Steve Smith's obviously a huge wicket. So if we can try and get on it tomorrow, then it changes the game again.
Thanks.
Yes.
And last question, Andrew Ramsey, please.
Oh, hi, Mark. Just given that the damp that was around early in the day, was the time that the ball got changed, was that a handy sort of bit of a momentum shift, and did it make any difference for you guys?
Well, I think it always does. Obviously, when the ball needs change, it's slightly out of shape. It's often a bit soft because the water had gotten into the ball and it was a tad softer. We've got a slightly harder ball, and one that we didn't feel with the other ball that it was moving laterally that much. And then I was feeling it square leg for Jimmy, and I saw him nip a few to Steve Smith, nip a few back and things. So I thought, oh, well, maybe the ball has just got maybe a bit more of a pronounced seam or something like that. But I think it always does, make a difference, because when you seem to get that newer ball, things just change slightly. And little momentum things like that, whether it's a drinks break or break after tea or lunch or something like that, we've got to try and capitalise on that. And I thought, Jimmy capitalising with that new ball and getting Harris out was top draw.
Okay, thanks everyone. Stay safe and well. See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.